Success is measured in cup size and hair length. Success means you can have the door open for you so the person opening the door can get a look at that ass, though. Success is name brands and blonde hair. It's three letters behind your name. Success is being newlywed, having dating options. It's climbing stairs in 6-inch heels and making an entrance. Success feels like a hot comb to a 3-year-old's very still head while the kitchens are being removed. Success feels like holding in your stomach so you can close that last button, remaining calm and still as she uses hot wax to rip out the roots. Success is push-up bras meet butt pads and booty bumps. It's having a fly-ass picture as your Instagram cover and a gazillion Facebook friends. Success is getting laid every night with orgasms on cue. It's getting some head in the bathroom stall of an expensive club, singing about the Ritz-Carlton without ever really staying there. How do you define success? If it's not your good hair or your facial features, it must be the sneakers, right? If it's not your degrees or your accolades, it must be the way you throw shade, right? Is success related to how much time you have to claim as your own? Is success related to having a place that you call home? Is success brought or earned, or are you born that way? I'm asking really, what is it all about anyway? There's a problem in America. The problem is everyone wants to be successful, but our definition of success is so skewed, is so varied, that what is success to one is Loserville to someone else. The problem is we want, we get, we take, we buy, we assess, we access. Meanwhile, they lose, they hurt, they're dry, they bleed, they kill, they steal, they feel. And we are one. Success is a big fat smile on my daughter's face when I arrive to pick her up from school. Success is a student giving me an anonymous card because they learned something. Success is I'm living my childhood dreams and redefining myself every day, making new dreams. Success is the gulp in my throat when I accept the reality that I'll be gone one day. Legacy matters. Success is I'm 3 credits shy from being Dr. Sims and I haven't given up yet. Success is my ancestors were labeled slaves and deemed unfit for much of anything, and I stand tall, proud, commanding a paradigm shift. Because of their sacrifices, their strength, and their wisdom, I stand tall, waving their DNA as a victory flag in a lighthouse, saying, see me, look at me. You know I'm more than what you make of me. I'm me. I'm me and I'm fabulous. I'm fine. I'm ferocious. I'm furious. And I accept the challenge of getting mine. I know that every person gets to define success how they choose. But for right now, don't sleep on the notion that you have to think about this. You have to ask yourself what's real and what's worth fighting for. What is worth living for? 40 years on this planet, and I'm only now beginning to really understand the hidden virtues. They're hidden in plain sight. Legacy matters. What mark will you make on the world? Will your epitaph capture your essence in a few short words? Will your eulogy speak of all you did, or will you go down in history as a nobody? Will your body, when your body is deconstructed, will the world construct monuments to honor your spirit? Will people thousands of years after your death know of you? Will your family cry, smile, and remember you? Will they reassemble the pieces of your piece that made you, you? We must know our collective identity. We must uncover the truth. There was once a lady and her name was, you fill in the blank. And because of her, we now have, you fill in the blank. She lived in a time when a murder weapon went for auction at 120,000. In those days, beauty was believed to be but an attribute of aesthetic appeal. The power she possessed surpassed that of her counterparts, but she was a gracious person. And then one day, something happened. And now, you fill in the blank. But because of her, we now have, what's your story? What success can you offer the world? Will you be like a Mamie Phipps Clark who told us that Black identity is real and begins about 3 years of age? Will you be like a Francis Cecil Sumner who earned the right to be called doctor when even the rat was white in American psychology? Will you be like Serena Williams who used her poise and athleticism to show us tennis is not just for white girls? Will you be like Venus who paved the way for Serena? Will you be a Michael Eric Dyson who is a gifted intellectual? A Malcolm Gladwell who teaches psychology and sociology via stories and literature? Will you be a Wendy Williams who gives us the latest gossip and makes makes an effort to give it to you straight with no chaser. How you doing? Or will you be my high school teacher that asked me why I was in AP English? Will you be like Mr. Valvano, my fourth grade science teacher who taught me being weird is acceptable? Who are you? What mark will you make on this world? What is success and how do you define success? Is success defined to bank accounts and full beards and tiggle bitties? Or is success something like a trip to an evergreen forest where terror and fear combine with fascination and curiosity, and somewhere on that trip you find the courage to be in the moment and accept all the beauty and disgust, the good and the bad, the mundane and the exotic. You look at all the dichotomies of life and you just embrace the journey. Because success is not a destination or a resting place. Success is you fill in the blank.